Welcome to another live episode of Chat and Chew. I'm your girl, Miss Ebony. I have my co-host in the middle, Letitia, and over to the other end, Special K. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if this is your first time joining us.
Spirit fingers.
You said spirit fingers. If this is your first time joining us live on Chat and Chew, definitely want to make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so you can keep up with all of our live episodes and even our pre-recorded. Okay. So, and if it's not your first time, welcome back again. We have Chat and Chew over here on the YouTube platform. We also on Facebook. Go to the search bar. It's a public group. Type in Chat and Chew, and our admin team will add you in. Okay. So let's get into it. Tonight we are going to discuss a review on what's the name of the restaurant, y'all? Taste.
Taste and See.
Old Taste and See, located in Newport News, Virginia, Black owned by a couple. So let's jump into the video. Back at a later time. So let's get it started. Who would like to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
So I just want to say this.
Anytime we start off with this.
Have we ever started? I just won't.
Right.
So disclaimer. Go ahead. Give it to him.
I just want to say this. When we set out to do our experience reviews, like we knew that there may be times where, we may not have the best experience, and, this particular time, because we showed, it was actually like two sets of pictures. So you see breakfast and you see dinner. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer that we actually visited this restaurant twice.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to put that out there first.
Can I say one thing before I'm so glad that you started off with this, because it's very important. For every business owner that watches, or every person, period, we are advocating for the customers, okay? We do not represent the business owners. The whole purpose of this show is us coming together, the three of us, and going out here to different restaurants. We travel, whether it's an event, entertainment, whatever, okay? We are going out here to give you all raw and real feedback, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's hard. It's not easy. Mm-hmm. But I just want for any owner to ever catch one of our videos, which we invite you. We
right.
want owners to view this because it's very important. A lot of times when you get the good feedback or the bad, people are going home and they telling, they sometimes keep to themselves or they may tell others, but we are here because we are advocating for those that may try your business out. Okay. So it's going to be a learning experience for everyone. Before we even get started, as you can see, this probably was this, you can tell they're not going to get an A, but let's just go ahead and get started. So you know what? Let's start from the beginning. Because it was two different occasions. Mm-hmm. I saw on Facebook this new upcoming restaurant in Newport News, Virginia, and people were like, you gotta go try it. It's Black owned. It's a couple. They dope. Da, da, da. And so I couldn't join you all on the first round, but it was my idea. I was like, you gotta go. Nothing but good things are being said on Facebook. So You all went on an evening.
Right.
So was it easy to find? Let's start there.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. I will say though, I guess the GPS, it really did take me to the spot, but I was looking for the sign.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like really, because sometimes GPS, you know, it can be a little wrong. So I was like, well, it's saying turn here, but I didn't see the sign that said "Oh Taste and See." I didn't see grand opening. I didn't see anything like that. So I actually passed it and came back and was like, well, maybe I passed it. Let me just go here, you know, in the parking lot and see. And I ended up finding. I ended up seeing the grand opening sign, but it was inside. I saw a grand opening sign, so it really wasn't the. Now the second time, it was much easier, but
okay,
that first time,
let's do the first time, and then we're gonna take them on to the second. So the first time was an evening dinner. Go ahead.
The first time we went, I want to say it was either, I think it was maybe a week after they opened.
Yes. It was. It was very new. I'm glad you pointed it out. And it was a weekday as well.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep going.
we got to have that review. I guess all of us went to the chat like, what? We ain't got time for that little devil. We gonna keep
okay. So how was the parking? Was there plenty of parking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you parked, you went inside, and were you greeted? Tell me about your experience for when you first got inside.
So when we got inside, we were greeted. We were greeted. We were actually, I want to say we were greeted by the young man who actually waited on us.
Oh.
He was actually like our waiter. He was very nice, very accommodating. I mean, pleasant. I mean, 5 stars.
He really was. He was
5 stars.
Okay. So you didn't have a long wait. You sat down immediately.
Immediately. The restaurant, I can't remember around what time. I think it might have been like 7 o'clock. And I know, I want to say it was probably like around 6, between 6 or 7, because it was in the winter, so it got darker earlier. So there was only one other person that was there.
Okay.
Us.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you can see Bozo the Clown. If we could can you do it from this end or your end?
Because I have on camo a whole balloon over here.
Okay, so and I'm not for everybody, and that includes clowns especially. Okay. But we're not gonna let Bozo. Like, come on, man. His name is Bozo. We giving him too much attention. His name is Bozo. Gotta do that.
Okay.
Gotta do that.
Yeah.
But I would say, so we were in the parking lot for a little bit, right?
To do with your life. Tell us about
Snap back.
Tell us about the menu options before you tell us what you all chose.
So look, before I go there, we were in the parking lot for a little bit to see, like, is this the right place? Da-da-da. So I was there and Tisha was on her way. So when we got there, like she said, it was only one other person inside and they were a to-go order. But it probably was like 4 cars that had came, you know, while I was sitting in there. So they didn't eat inside, but they all got takeout. So they were getting business. So that was good.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you got in. Let's speed up back to. So you got in. You were seated by a very nice young man. Tell us about the menu options.
So the menu that we saw for dinner, my honest opinion, I feel like they took the menu from another Italian restaurant's menu and then they did it up and then they just put it on what they had. There was a ton of options on that menu. But like I said, I didn't really feel like it was an authentic menu. I think it was just something that was just printed and then just, you know, posted to what they had. I haven't had dinner there since, so I don't know if they have a menu, but that's what we had that time.
Okay. So what did you all choose? Special K, let's start with you. What did you choose for your menu?
I just got wings and a salad. So, like Tisha said, it was a lot of stuff up there.
Mhm.
And me personally, I thought it was too much up there. And I ended up getting something simple because I did, like Tisha, I felt like the menu was really kind of like from somewhere else.
Okay.
And I felt like they probably don't have half of the stuff up here. Actually, like I really didn't believe they were going to have, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I just kept it simple. And I got some wings and I ordered a salad to go with it.
Okay. What about you, Tisha? What did you choose to get?
So I ordered catfish.
Mm-hmm.
I originally ordered catfish, and candy yams.
Hmm.
I can't remember what my other side was at the
Oh,
time.
neither.
Was it hush puppies? I was trying to remember the picture.
Hush puppies,
Mhm.
hush puppies, those hush puppies. However, they didn't have the catfish. So I received whiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was it a long time you all ordered? Was it a long wait for your food to come out?
I don't think so.
I don't remember it being that long either.
Okay,
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
Tell us about the price point. Do you all remember the price point of your meal?
I think I want to say it was actually a pretty good price point.
Mhm.
Okay,
Now,
good.
that's one thing that they do have going, that their price point is affordable. So
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
pretty good
Yeah.
price.
Okay. So, Special K, tell us about your meal. You said you had wings. What was the flavor? And tell us, what did you think of what you ate? Your food.
I don't even remember the flavors now, to be honest. But I do remember that I think one of them was lemon pepper, and I can't remember what the other one was. But
Oh, you got two flavors?
I got two flavors. They let me mix it, but neither one of them tasted like the flavors. You know what I mean? Like lemon pepper, I was kind of skeptical because it's usually too much lemon pepper on it that you gotta kind of like. But that wasn't a problem at all.
Okay.
I don't think it had enough up there because I almost couldn't tell the difference in my two wings. I asked Tisha, I was like, I got two different flavors, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, they both taste the same though. And one of them is supposed to be lemon pepper. So I'd expected that to have like a real distinctive taste, but it didn't have much flavor to it at all.
Okay, and what about your meal, Tisha? How was your meal?
My fish was actually, I feel like it was fried in like old grease.
Mm.
Because it didn't have that fresh, freshly fried.
Okay.
It wasn't like seasoned.
Mm-mm.
The candy yams,
Mhm.
to me, they came out the can.
Mm.
They really weren't sweetened. The only thing that they had going for them was the marshmallows that were on the top, but beyond
Okay.
that, it wasn't, the hush puppies.
Mm. Okay, so did you all get a beverage?
Yeah.
I mean, does this place
Oh,
for our viewers, do they offer wine or just like sodas, lemonades, tea?
I don't think they had alcohol at all.
Yeah,
I don't think they did.
Okay, so let's talk about our second time. Okay, so I have to put it out there. After going the first time and getting with my two co-hosts, we had talked amongst ourselves, and because they had only been open a week, my two co-hosts were not quite comfortable coming online and giving a review because it had only been a week. I mean, they were fresh, right? So what month was this? Do you all remember what month that was? It was a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm. We went in January for the first
January.
one. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we revisited the place for a second time. Here I am coming back. This is me. I'm like, you know what, you all, I'm looking online on Facebook. People are going. They're saying the breakfast is really good. We got to try this place, right? So when did we go? We went in March.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we went back to March. Upon arriving, we were
we went on a weekend, right?
Yes, we did.
In the morning. Was it a Saturday or Sunday? A Sunday.
Sunday.
It was a Sunday.
Yeah, we went on a Sunday morning. Upon arriving in the parking lot, it was no one there. We were kind of really excited about that part because on Sundays, everyone knows if you go out for brunch on a Sunday or breakfast, it's always crowded, right? But we got there was no one there. Upon entering, they were setting up for an event later on that day. That's another good thing because we do want to give you all the good, bad, and ugly. One of the good things about this restaurant is you can book and have a private event there at their location. Now, I am sure that you probably do have to get the food through them, which I don't blame you. You should. It is at their restaurant. But and they may even have a decor team or you come in and decorate yourself. But I thought it was really nice. You don't usually find a restaurant that will shut the restaurant down so you can have you an event. So that was nice. So they were decorating for the owner's mother's birthday party. You know, so we thought it was nice. I'll start with me. So I got a chance to go with them, of course. I ordered scrambled eggs with cheese, but fried potatoes, and a white. And they gave us a big basket of toast. So what did you order this time around, Tisha?
I got the French toast, scrambled egg whites with grits.
Okay. And Keisha, what did you order before we get right into what we thought?
I got scrambled eggs, the hash brown potatoes, sausage, and pancake.
Okay. All right. So I was really, really excited because I saw all the hypeness or whatever on Facebook. So my feedback on the meal is this. My fish was good. My eggs were eggs. I don't feel like it really could have been, it's just eggs are eggs, right? But my potatoes, when you look at them, they look really good. Like, oh my goodness, this is some good homemade fried potatoes and onions, and they have onions. However, it was loaded with pepper, and all I could taste was the pepper. Now, I'll be honest, when I was eating at first, I told my co-host before they ate, they was like, Special K said, how did it taste? I said, girl, it is good. I just thought, and then after Special K tasted, she brought it out, and she was like, So, my meal, I would say the fish was really, really good. That toast, I probably go back again and just order toast. Okay, the toast was buttered down. It was really, really good. So my meal was okay overall. The price point was good. I will say, I think I only paid like maybe $12 for my meal. So, Special K, what did you think about your meal?
I agree with the.
Sorry about the interruption. Go ahead.
I agree with the potatoes. They were very peppery. The pancake didn't really have any. I don't know. It didn't have any taste to me. I wasn't crazy about the pancake. I ordered sausage, but I got bacon. I think Tisha ordered bacon. She got sausage. So we just flipped. We just swapped.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the sausage. I was like, I don't know what part of the pig this came from, but it wasn't a part that I had tasted. So yeah, it had a peculiar taste to me or something other. So
okay.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay. Tisha, what about your meal? What did you think of your meal?
So the French toast was actually just regular bread. I feel like it was just like put in the
toast in the basket.
It didn't have like, you know, the egg, the cinnamon, the flavor. It
Y'all, technical difficulties. Okay, everyone in the chat. We appreciate you all hanging in there with us. I don't know if it's bad weather where the towers are at or what's going on out in the world, but bear with us. Okay, go ahead, Tisha.
Yeah. So the bread, like I said, it was bread. The egg whites, it was, you know. It really wasn't any, you know, type of, you know, like seasoning or anything on that. I ordered cheese grits. when they came, they didn't have cheese on them, but the owner who actually assisted us that particular day, he took them back immediately, came back, they did have cheese, but even with me seasoning, adding sugar, the grits weren't good either. The bacon was good.
Okay. Yeah. Something that we did miss, because I rushed onto the meal, I do apologize. So this time around, our server was the owner, the co-owner, right? And he did greet us. He was really nice and set us down, everything. And every time we did have a complaint, he did, say like, my bad, let me take this back to the kitchen and, try to fix this up. So yeah. So let's get right into it. Okay. So you all went the first time because of me. We went back the second time because of me. Because I'm like, okay, like, this is how I felt. We are not going to do a restaurant and not come up here. Okay. Right. Because we don't eat at these restaurants for free. We take our own dollars and we go out and we, you know what I mean? And we want to give you real feedback. We are not one of those shows that's just going to tell you the good. Okay. And we'll take whatever come with it. Okay. And it's with love. So one of the things that stood out to me was the owner. He was nice, right? But I kind of felt like he didn't remain professional. I'm just gonna say it, okay? It was like
he was too nice.
He was so nice that I felt like we went to school together or grew up together.
Yeah.
And he dated Tisha at some point. I'm just playing. So I thought we went to school together or something, and like he just really, it could have been like our loving and bubbly spirit. I don't know, but one of the things that I kind of wish is that there was more professionalism, okay? Because there was a whole lot of, and I don't mind the small talk. You know what I mean? That's how we are. I just, and make a long story short, wish it was a little bit more professionalism. And part of me kind of felt a certain way because I was thinking like, are we being treated like this because like you black, I'm black? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Okay. Someone else speak on it. Give some feedback.
I thought the professionalism, the unprofessionalism really bothered me too. Like, I mean, to the utmost. It really, really did, because I felt like, is it something that I have on? Is it something that I said? Like, what am I looking like to make you feel comfortable enough to give me this kind of service? You know what I mean? Like, I gave y'all an example. Like, so if my mom and my aunt was here, would they get this kind of service? I think he probably would have been a little more professional, And it was surprising because he was co-owner. And the first time we went, it was like night and day, that customer service. That first gentleman, that baby boy was on it. So like that first time we went, we didn't enjoy our food. You know what I mean? Like the food was horrible all the way around. It was not good. But the customer service was so good. And then they're black owned. We really, really do try to support black owned. That Tisha and I was like, look, we're going to come back. We're going to come back. We're going to give them another chance. And we're going to find something up here that we like. You know what I mean? We can do a review about, because his customer service was like A+. It really was.
I do want to say this, Tisha, before you go. When we speak on a professionalism, we are not saying that he was not rude. Okay.
Right. He wasn't rude.
He was not rude at all. He was nice, and he kind of like too nice. You know what I mean? And just too nice. You know what I mean? Like, hey girl, or like, shut up, I ain't talking to you. Like he was playing with me like that, and I was wondering where did it came from. Like, I'm gonna serve everybody but you. What y'all want but you? You know what I mean? And I just wasn't feeling it, because we don't, it's business. And when I go out, it's a difference between being friendly and giving me friendly customer service, and then just down to, like, I had a lot of thoughts. I had thoughts of, like you said, what if my mom and my aunt was here? Would have been different. I even had a thought of, what if I was Caucasian and I came here?
Right.
Would I had got the hey girl, hey home girl? Would I have still got that? You know what I mean? So that was like a downer for me. You know what I mean? I kind of felt like They probably should have just not opened that day and kept that day for that private event and let the focus be on the private event. Because in the midst of us sitting down eating our meal, I do remember every table got decorated around us except ours because we were there. They were nice and everything, but I'm just thinking about like maybe should have just closed down for the day so they could focus on the private event. You know what I mean?
Or it just been to go orders. Maybe it just been carry out orders. It wouldn't have been, you know, a sit down. Because what are you going to do? Just one table at a time? Because they didn't leave other tables beside ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Tisha, you got something you want to add to it?
I'm ready to go ahead and
with grade.
Well, go ahead, Tisha, and get your grade.
What is your grade, Tisha?
I'm going to give them. Oh Jesus!
We thought you was ready.
I'm going to give. I'm a D.
Ooh. Okay. I wasn't expecting that from you. Okay, tell us. But you know what? Tell us why.
The only reason, so the food, while we were eating, they were setting up for another event. The fact, I'll say my other part for our conversation.
Okay. So we do got the chat part.
Right.
Okay. All right. Keisha, you want to go next? Special K.
I'll probably say a C minus.
Okay.
Just giving them a little leniency, you know. I'm be honest, I probably am closer to the D like Tisha. And Tisha and I is probably more so in that bottom half because we went twice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we went the first time and we went in January and we didn't even do this review because we were hoping that we were going to be able to come back with something better. You know what I'm saying? And then to go again, spend our money again, and like to just really be disappointed. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if maybe we should start going places where like we don't know nothing about besides, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if we're going in with our expectations too high. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of damaging when you like, dang, I was expecting, because everybody and their mama was talking about how good it was. So we even came back intentionally, purposefully for the breakfast because that seemed to be the hot topic, the hot commodity. So we was like, you know what? It was the wrong time of day. We're going to go back for the breakfast. Only to be like, so what do we do lunch next? Like, because we tried dinner. So yeah, I would be a C minus. And of course, like everybody else said, with the customer service and the setting up during that time. And then like when my ticket came, my ticket was totally different from what was on the menu. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And it was like, you sure? Like, bro, your menu says. It was like, oh, okay. Like he apologized and everything and he fixed it and whatnot. But it's like those things, it's like, you just got to make sure that like if you're not open and you're not ready to like really fully give 100% A+ service, then it's like it's okay to delay your opening or whatever, you know? Yeah. Because really they opened in January, we went in January. I don't care if it was the same day they opened. We should have been able to give our review because like, hey, you said you opened, you know what I'm saying? So we're not expecting you to be like, oh, I'm out of yada yada, and it's like, well, you ain't even been open that long, you know what I'm saying? So,
and it wasn't. Let's be clear, it was not a soft opening. It was
it was
opening. They had a grand opening.
Yeah,
right before it was opening.
Yeah.
So mine is going to be a C minus as well. I'll tell you why I got a C minus and not an F. So the place is available for private rental. You know, the place does have a lot of potential. The seating, the restaurant was clean. You know, there was parking. You know, the parking lot wasn't all, you know, right. The parking was right by the door. So ladies, you can wear your stilettos or your heels, you know. I give her that. He was a nice guy, you know. But I gave it a C minus because I did expect more with my food, you know. The fish was good. but the potatoes needed work. The eggs were just eggs. The best thing, like I said, was the toast. And then I was disappointed because this was the second go round for us as a group. And so I expected more. And I'm with Special K, and we talked amongst ourselves. If you're not ready to open, it's okay. Just wait it out. You all went in January. We went back in March. I expected more, even with the decor. But I don't even touch on that because if my food good, my customer service good, and the restaurant clean and the price is right, then you ain't gotta have nothing on the walls. You know what I mean? But the place I definitely think they should go back to the drawing board, put their heads together, and maybe study and research. Running a restaurant. You know what I mean? That type of establishment. So I definitely give it a C-. Would I go again? I probably wouldn't, only because when I spend my money seriously. You know what I mean? You all have been twice. You know what I mean? But I give it a C- just because, like I said, you want to rent it privately, or it wasn't. I've seen worse. I'm looking at things like that. It wasn't nasty. I didn't see no bugs, anything like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I give it a C-. Before we go to the commercial, shout out to everyone that is joining us live tonight. Please say hello in the chat. Shout out to Dreamy Chai. So in the chat, she said, yeah, that's nice. I think she was referring to being able to rent the place. She said some breakfast places just can't get that French toast right. And you are so right. French toast is not easy. I have thrown several slices of French toast away out that pan, okay? And then Dreamy Chai said he was just too friendly. Yeah, he was just way too friendly. There is a such thing as being,
too friendly. Yeah.
Okay. So we hope you all have enjoyed this part. We're going to get a little deeper when it comes to, my co-host Tisha says, so much more she wants to say, but she's going to hold that piece for the chat part. Stay right here. Stay right here for our quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Well, we are back.
Right, we're back.
That's why it's good to have three. When
right.
Down, two can keep going.
Right. Because her show will be over. She gone. Her show will be gone.
And we still gonna be like this. So we wanted to continue the conversation in reference to what African American small businesses or just businesses in general, and just our thoughts. And so who wants to go first?
Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, before we start, we got to refer back to the commercial, okay? So
yeah.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. But listen, we need you all to join us tomorrow night. Circle of Peace right here, my co-host Letitia, Minister Letitia Watson, has her season finale. Okay? Part 2 if you did not catch part 1, please tonight after this live, go back and catch her part 1. Tomorrow night at 7:30 is the season finale. And then she will be back with season 2 in May. And if you all thought season 1 was something, just stay tuned because season 2 is going to be fire. Also, next Wednesday, April the 12th, The Layers Effect with your girl, Miss Ebony. I got another live episode you definitely want to catch. I have 2 business owners, 2 women, Black queens, okay? Opening up a cigar lounge right here in Newport News, Virginia, in the 757. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. If you have a passion, a dream, a vision, and you want to start your own show, definitely the information is on that flyer as well. Check out the Chat and Chew group on Facebook, and we will have that information as well. If you are an entrepreneur or a business owner and you are interested in expanding your business and you're looking for some exposure, we got some package deals for you too. All right, ladies, let's get into it. And
also, Nicole, don't forget about the Wives Conference.
I cannot forget about that. And also, if
She
you are a
prays.
wife or you know a wife, you definitely, this is year 5, right?
Yep, year 5.
This is year 5. I have never missed a year. This is year 5, life-changing event, okay? Whether you're happily married, whether you're going through, whether you're on your way to divorce, whether you're separated, show up, okay?
Engaged.
Yeah, or engaged, okay? So you get ready to get married or you're already married. Wives, please check that information. We're going to drop that flyer also in the Chat and Chew group, okay? All right, go ahead, Tisha. Go ahead, girl.
So I just want to say this, and I that's why I left it off the first time. So I just want to say this: nothing against our non-African American viewers. All right. So, but this portion is for our brothers and sisters. So it's a known fact, our fact, that we have to be 10 times better than our counterparts. Our A+ still averages to their C or D. We have to make sure that when we step out there, that we are putting our best foot forward at all times.
All times.
We can't let anybody get an edge on us. And so when we have our establishments, when we have our businesses, whatever it is, your first impression sometimes is all you get.
Yeah.
That's it. And so we have to ensure that the first time is the best time, because we don't want to make it the last time.
That's good.
So that's why I kind of felt with our last our last review. I mean, Keisha, it's just because I understand, like, when you step out there on faith and you put your money, your time, your energy into your dream, your vision. Listen, I know how I get it. I know, like, it takes everything. So the last thing that I want to do is to leave a bad mark or whatever on your vision, because that's your baby. And I don't know what it took for you to get there, right?
That's right.
So I want to honor you. I want to honor your business. I want to support. I'm rooting. I'm rooting for you. Like Tyra Banks. I was rooting. I love that. But I'm rooting for you because I want you to win. But when I'm put into a situation where I'm like, Dad, you know, and so that's what I want, that we really, if you're not ready, I don't care if you said the date was, you know, our launch date is June, whatever. Listen, if that finished product isn't up to standard, right? Because we have a different standard. Our C, it got to be an A. So if it's not that A, it's all right to say, like Special K said, I'm away.
Yeah.
Until I get it the way that it needs to be, I'm going to wait. So
Mhm.
that's just what I have to say.
I got a question, and especially you can answer it, and then Tisha. So we're all three on social media, right? So on social media, you see Black business owners, and they go up there, and they not and not necessarily business, but the question is always, why is it that when it comes to a Black establishment, if you get bad customer service, if the food is wrong, we are quick to go to social media. But if it's a Caucasian or let's say this, a small business versus if it's a large corporation or several franchises, you may not go on Facebook to give your feedback. Why is that, Special K? What do you think? Because me personally, I don't see anything wrong, but why is it that it seemed that way?
I think, for one, by the time we go up there or anybody goes up there and give their opinion, you don't know how many chances
Yeah.
they've given that establishment before they went up there. You know what I mean? And I do agree, because it's something that I try to practice more of, that we are very quick to give a bad review. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're kind of slow at calling, even if it's a big corporation, but calling and letting them know, hey, I got great customer service today, so and so and so. So I know you and I, Miss Emily, we try to make it a habit that it's like, what's your name? So and so and so. I'm gonna call and let them know. So we do make it a habit of giving shout outs, to those when they do good. But I think at the same time, it's because of the frustration that we have with the continual bad, like somebody say, it's a stereotype, but we're living up to it. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that all Black businesses, you know what I'm saying? Because all white businesses, all Asian businesses, you can't say all of them are any one thing. You know what I mean? But if we really be real with ourselves, you know what I mean? If it's whether a business that we're in, whether it's a customer service and we call, and you hear that voice on the other end, you're like, because sometimes you just already know how it's gonna go. You know what I mean? And so I saw on online where someone said that when they go to, and it was a Black, African American, she said when she goes to a Black-owned business, she gives them a little more leeway. She doesn't expect as much, right? She lowers her standards as to what she expects from them, because she realizes that some people don't just have it right off. Some people, it takes them a little training, you know what I mean? But there's a time limit as to how long she lowers that standard, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, that's good in one aspect, but at the same time, no, because it goes back to, if you're not ready, if that person not trained, why are they there in customer service? There are so many jobs that they can do until they get trained. You know what I mean? And one of the things I read too, they were saying that a lot of it boils down to a lack of training. But Blacks, when we open our businesses and stuff, and we're small businesses, we don't have the resources that these maybe larger corporations have to focus on training our employees. I get that, but there's some things like, where's the common sense in this too? If your cousin, who you got up here on the front counter, has a bad attitude, she got a bad attitude at home, she got a bad attitude with her family, why would you put her? You know what I'm saying? In customer service, in the front line. This is the face we see when we come in your business, So you don't have to spend all this money in training. Get you some real people to work in there, and not your family if they're not aces in their places,
That's good.
But I don't, and I feel bad because we do have like Tisha was saying, it is more on us, and I think it might not sound right. I'm like, really? But I think we do because we care. It's like, I want you to be better, and I'm rooting for you, because at the end of the day, if I didn't care about you and your business, I wouldn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if Chick-fil-A closed down. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to do better. I want to come and support you know, and then if you're the only, like, I'm just using them because they were our review tonight, you're the only O Taste and See, and I get bad, so you're this one business. So if I don't come to you, I don't go to anybody. I got a Chick-fil-A by my house. If I don't get good service there, I could just go to another Chick-fil-A. But you don't know that I don't go to that Chick-fil-A over there anymore because I don't like their service, you know? So I don't think it's always that we just so quick to bash like blacks, or we get the bad ones about blacks. It's just that you're the only O Taste and See. You know what I mean? So when I come and I say, you know, about this one over here, but I really, really want us to do better. Like, we shouldn't have to lower our expectations because they aren't. They're expecting more of us. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't get a pass. And you know that, like, somebody might be like, well, Johnny's mom do so and so. We'd be quick to say, I'm not Johnny's mom, though. You know what I mean? And Johnny might can get away with that. We can't get away with the same things that other people that are not us get away with. Like, at the end of the day, we just can't. So it's like, you have to make sure your A game is always, you don't get the chance to have a bad day. You know what I mean? They have bad days. They have bad days all the time because nobody's perfect. But we don't really get the chance to have a bad day. We don't really get the chance to have, oh, my truck didn't come in, so that's why I don't have so-and-so. No, that's our fault. You know what I mean? Where theirs, it's like, oh, the truck is not here. Oh, okay. So it's like they hold us to a different standard. And if you really want to be in this competition and do well, you're going to have to up your standards and do better. Like, we're really going to have to not just do like they do, but we're going to have to do better than they do if we really want to, like, have full successful businesses around here. Is it fair? No, but it never has been, and it probably never will be.
Okay, Tisha, you speak on that and I'll speak on it last. So the question was, on social media, you see a lot of, these business owners, some are business owners, some are not, but, you know, in our culture, they want to know on social media, why is it that when we have a bad experience with a black or small business, we will run to social media and dog them and say what's wrong, but versus a bigger business or a non-black business, we will, not saying we won't talk about it, but we may not put on social media, Tommy and Bubba, you know, I had bad service. So what do you think? What's your feedback on that?
I think that, well, first of all, you know, like, I give reviews for everybody across the
board. Right.
Service is bad service. Mm-hmm. And for me to actually take the time to post something, like, you really had to do something to get that point. I'm not just gonna, you had to do something. And the thing with, you know, our brothers and sisters is that they feel because we're the same skin tone, we're not supposed to say anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the issue.
Right.
Because I'm a consumer. At the end of the day, I'm a consumer. Mm-hmm. And if we look at, our time is money. So if you have something on your menu that's just to simplify it, if something is on your menu is $10 an hour, I think that's how much minimum wage is. I think it's what, $10 an hour now?
11.
11. Okay. 11. That is 1 hour of my time that I had to work. You don't know what I had to go through for that hour. To then turn that $11 over to you, I expect a certain quality. My expectations, I worked hard. I'm trying to hang out or, you know, whatever like that. So there's this expectation. Something else that I see is that when there's an issue in, you know, in the businesses, we need to invest on customer service. And that's not really the word that I want to look for, but we need to show our people how to conduct themselves. Customer hospitality, customer, like these fields, we need to actually spend money and invest
in training.
Right. We have the right people in place, because what happens is you'll do business with, you know, Shorty Doo-Wop. She or he may not come through or whatever like that. And instead of them saying, you know, I apologize, let me refund you, what can I do better? Oh, they go straight. straight hood.
Mm-hmm.
Straight, talking that they won't respond. They're blocking you. They're doing this, they're doing that. So when a person is finally to the point where they have to take time out of their day to do a review, it's not because they're being petty.
Right.
You push them.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you cannot then say, oh, well, this is my business and you trying to block me and did it. There's layers, like the layers effect. It's layers to this, so yeah.
Okay, so this is my feedback. A lot of times, and we all are saying the same thing. Okay, so the bigger corporations, right? They have a customer service number that you call. And when I call it, they help me with my issue. They satisfy whatever my complaint is, whether it's a refund, whether it's a coupon, whether it's something free, a gift certificate. What the point is, there is a customer service line in these bigger corporations that handle my issue. So because they have handled it, there's no need for me to go to social media and then blast them, right? The smaller corporations, what I do, because I'm in all of us, and I'm sure others too, before they hit social media, you talk and you speak to the owner or the manager.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times there's no refunds. A lot of time it's just, well, it is, I'm sorry, this is our policy, or it is what it is. So, you're handled differently, So what do? I think a lot of times these smaller businesses should put their consumers too. They go to different businesses, right? This is something else you'll see on Facebook a lot. You'll see the small business owners, they will blast their clients. They will blast their customers. They will talk so much crap on social media, and that's their choice, So I feel like, and that's their right, So it is also the right of the customer, you know what I mean? To be able to say how they feel. For those that aren't going to the owner first, I do agree. In fact, it was a company, I won't say the name, but I remember someone had put a bad review on the Facebook page for the business. And the owner apologized and said, I wish you would have contacted me first and allowed me to fix this. Because once you do go to Yelp, or you put a review on Google, or you put a review on Facebook, it can't be taken down. The owner cannot go up there and delete. That's one thing. You cannot. You know what I mean? So it's very important for those of you that aren't. Please contact the owner first. Please contact the manager, and if the manager doesn't handle it, then contact the owner. But I see nothing wrong with going to social media because it gives you a voice. You know what I mean? We are all three business owners, right? So it's very important we've learned to conduct ourselves when it comes to business professionally at all times. I have made a difference within myself since I had a podcast. Layers Effects have 3 seasons. And if you look at my past posts that come on, that come 2009, 2008, I would say whatever I wanted to say. Now I am mindful because I do have an audience. I do have people watching. You know what I mean? I do have to remain professional. It's so much that I used to say that's not even necessarily bad, but even my day-to-day life, you all, I used to post everything. Like, if you look at my social media page now compared to years ago, it's so much that I do not post. You know what I mean? Because people are watching. You know what I mean? You just have to really be mindful. So my opinion is, I feel like I do agree with you, Tisha, that we do as Black owners or small business, you have to go that extra mile. And I'm so glad, Special K, you said, y'all see how I gave that shout out for next week for the upcoming episode with those 2 Black business. We get excited. We get so excited when we find out a woman opening a business, because we're women. We find out a Black person because we think about at one point in time, we couldn't own businesses. We couldn't have establishments where you open that door and no matter what their race is, they could come in and spend money with you. You know what I mean? So it saddens the 3 of us when we go out and we see the ghetto-ness and we see the bad customer service, and you know what I mean? I think it's really, 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 really important And the last thing I'm gonna say is this: you touched it, Special K, when you said, if you are not a people's person or the person that your relative, do not put them in the front.
Right.
You know, I got a girlfriend, and I won't say her name. She opened up her business, and we all know she opened her business, and you know what she did? She put a young Caucasian girl
right
in the store. And you know what? Not saying she wouldn't hire blacks, you know what I'm saying? But mix it up.
Right.
Because you want everybody money.
Right.
You know what I mean? But no matter what their race is, you want to make sure they are providing good customer service. That's your bank. That's your dollar. You know what I mean? Let's go to the chat. Welcome, Kiana. She said, sorry, I'm late. Alicia said, people believe the negative before the positive. That is so good. People do. I'm gonna listen to that negative first. And like, if right now Tisha told me A, B, and C got roaches, and then Keisha said, so Kay said A, B, and C got some bomb-tailed chicken. Roaches.
Roach,
you know what I
right.
Or Tisha said A, B, and C establishment. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful in there. They're so warm. And then here comes Keisha, but they didn't have, but in the bathroom, it was nasty. It's just the automatic, you know what I mean? And Alicia says support small businesses. Yes, let's continue to support small businesses. And you know what? In small business owners, if you study another business, you know what I mean? Walk in there, you know, to another establishment and sit down and watch them conduct their business. You know what I mean? With the layers effect, it's my third season, and if you follow me from season 1 to now, like Alicia, you see how I've grown, because what I had to do was I had to study my craft. I had to go out there and watch other podcasters and not try to be like them, but just study on how they interact when they do interviews, how they interact when they don't have no one up there and they're doing a whole show on a live. And you may not even have anybody live in your chat, but you got to still rock that show just like you got a million people online. You know what I mean? So that is so, so important. Did anyone else want to say anything? And let's before we wrap it up.
I think, like they said, with the people that made the comment that feel like maybe they are attacked, the business owners are being, I think business owners need to take accountability for why people feel the way they feel. You know what I'm saying? Learn to take constructive feedback and take it in love, and then make a change and do something about it. And I think that even though we've all had our experiences with bad customer service or whatever with our Black-owned, businesses, find another Black-owned something.
Yeah.
Like, don't let one experience, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, an example, like with the Chick-fil-A, if I don't like one there, I'll find one somewhere else. If you don't like the food at that one, find another Black-owned restaurant. But whatever you do, keep searching. Keep giving our Black-owned businesses, especially our small business, Alicia said, keep giving them a chance. Keep giving them a chance, and keep praying and helping, that they will eventually get it right.
I want to go to the chat, but before I don't want to say this real quickly. I forgot it. What was I going to say? Oh, this is very important when it comes to support small businesses, right? And this is probably a whole nother show, but stop expecting the same price point with small businesses versus bigger businesses. Because myself, like when I go look for inventory with my accessory business with my 2 daughters, the price point may be different because I'm not buying 1,000 pieces versus someone that maybe, you know what I mean? So price point could be different. Kiana said, I think everyone should take a course on customer service. Poor customer service will kill the business. Girl, you can say that again. Poor customer service will kill the business. You hear me? I will go back for good customer service and okay food before I go back with, that food was so good, but your customer service sucked. I just won't. You know what I mean?
And we're a proven fact, right, Tisha? That's why we now have the review of this restaurant. You know what I mean? Because the first time around, the customer service was so good that I told her, I was like, look, this is down the street from my house. They got Italian, they got pizza, they got burgers, they got subs. I said, I'm going to find something on this menu that, like, okay, this is going to be my pizza spot, or this is going to be my cheeseburger spot, or something other, because I wanted to make that business, because of that customer service, I wanted to be able to support them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen, everyone, we appreciate you all for tuning in. If you did not catch this from the beginning, definitely go back and catch that replay, okay? But also, this is not it. We thank you for joining us tonight on Chat and Chew. But again, tomorrow, we need you joining Circle of Peace for their season finale, okay? And if you don't have the information, that's fine. Go over to Facebook to the Chat and Chew group, and we're going to drop everything there so you can make sure that you join my co-host, Reverend Minister. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.